Good morning, guys. Missed you yesterday. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and today I'm going to be gone for a funeral. Um, so I'll have a lot to catch up on Monday. First off, yesterday you were working on the Datelines activity, and I hope that everything went well there. If it didn't, feel free to email me, and I can kind of help you with that. But the answer key is up, and we'll debrief a little bit about that activity on Monday and what the kind of the focus or the goals were. Um, Today, I pushed everything back because I knew that I was going to be gone, and today I really want to kind of have a little bit of a catch up. The first thing is your problem set. Okay, last week on Friday you turned in your problem set, and it was really my first chance to see your work that you were producing and where you're at conceptually on some of those Algebra 1 skills. And so I really was intentional about looking at all of your work, and so it's graded out of 10 points, and the majority of it, what the scoring was completion. So did you attempt all of the problems, and did you have mostly correct work to follow everything? From there, I picked out two skills that I thought were going to be really meaningful moving forward, and I wanted to make sure that you were really good foundationally with like inequalities. So I focused on looking at the work for a couple of the problems and making sure that those were correct. And while looking at those, I was making comments on other questions that I saw either weren't fully completed or not quite correct. So there's a lot of comments on some of your work. That's a great thing, actually, right? So mistakes are the way that you learn, and so this is like, if this was a struggle for you, it's meant to be, right? Like, so it's my task to challenge you, um, and so um, the best way to have long-term learning is to learn something, forget it, learn it again, forget it, learn it again. So this is part of that process of taking skills from Algebra 1 and helping transfer it into your long-term learning, okay? You're supposed to forget a little bit, and then it comes back again. So this is just a process, and it's the best way for you to kind of have that practice and exposure. So when you get your problem set back today, some of you will see a score at the top, and then some of you will see that it says please resubmit. Please know that anyone can resubmit any problem set. Okay, so not only are the people who I say please resubmit, but if you got like an 8 out of 10 today, you can resubmit and get 10 out of 10. Okay. What I'm looking for with the resubmit is that you've taken another sheet of paper and you've made corrections, or the questions that I've identified or had questions on, or circled and said try again. Those are the ones I want you to focus on. So when you're ready to turn back in your problem set, you'll turn in the original and then plus those corrections. You can turn it in today, or you can turn it in sometime next week. There's really no deadline. But please know that those of you that I had put please resubmit at the top, like you may not have even gotten a score. If it just says please resubmit, at this time in the gradebook, it shows as an incomplete, which counts as a 0. Okay, so anyone is allowed to turn it in at any time, but maybe for those students, you want to kind of get more on the ball with turning it in. I have hidden those scores from you and from parents just because I know, if the only thing that's in the gradebook is a big fat incomplete, there's going to be a lot of freak out moments for you and for parents. So I'm going to wait a little bit until we can get some more scores in the gradebook before I open or make everything visible. And that gives you an opportunity to kind of get working on some things. Okay. So for today, what I want you to be working on is number 1, finish up the Datelines activity and check your answers with the answer key that's posted, and have prepared any questions that you have that we want to address on Monday. Second, when you get your problem set back, you can make any corrections you want and either resubmit it today, or you can turn it in later. Third, If you're done with the problem set, but there's people at your table that have questions, you can help them. So that's another opportunity that you can kind of reinforce your own learning, because one of the great ways to practice and to learn is to be able to teach it to someone else. So you can kind of use that skill today. Another thing, if you're done with datelines, done with the problem set, done with the mistakes and mindset that's due today, then the last thing would be to work on the 1.8 worksheet. That's the optional homework for tonight. But I want to give you a heads up that on Monday, I'm going to be giving you a formative quiz or concept check over 1.8. So what that means is I want you to see what that grading process is going to look like in our class. And I want to see where you're at with inequalities and systems of inequalities. So you'll take this quiz and I'll grade it, but it's not going to count for a grade at Infinite Campus. Okay, so it's kind of our first learning opportunity of seeing what assessments will look like in here. So you can use that 1.8 worksheet to practice and reinforce and make sure you're ready to go for Monday. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll be here later this afternoon, so you can stop by again, or email me this weekend. Okay. And I wish I could be there with you. I will see you on Monday. Bye.